Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickard, back in the hot seat. Good guy to know, Danny Berg. You are officially off suspension. You've been wrapped up in that stuff for the last 2 weeks. If you want, you can take it off.
I'm permitted?
You are. You are off suspension.
And we're ahead of schedule.
Yes, ahead of schedule.
It's not 11 o'clock.
You're off suspension. I was granted permission by the big guy.
Okay.
You're off.
I can take it off?
Suspension. Go ahead.
So if I try to do this, I better be able to rip
that. Boy.
See?
All that extra time in the weight room.
I have nothing else to do. Excellent. All I've been doing is lifting a little bit.
So how was your suspension?
Suspension was anything but quiet.
All right, good.
So it was, I think it was warranted. I think my head started to get a little big.
Okay.
So I think a time away served for the greater good.
Right.
I'm hoping that it left the audience wanting a little bit more, but I don't think so.
Well, we can tell that it kind of worked because part of the reason Eric said you were suspended is because he didn't like the way you were appearing on camera. So you got the cord now underneath the shirt. You got a collared shirt on today. You got the dress shorts on.
Yeah.
I know you went and brushed your hair before you came on the air.
I had to.
You're ready to go.
Fixing
You're back.
things. I won't have anything hanging from my ear this week.
Did you watch the episodes though, so you know what's going on?
Oh, I did. I caught. It was a surprise way of informing me that I was suspended.
Yes.
But that's how we do things.
Exactly.
Took the words right out of your mouth. But it's great to be back. And I hope you're glad to have me back.
Of course.
And we're back and better than ever.
Yes. And then you and I spoke a little bit earlier, and leading up to the show, and we don't prepare. But I think you and I both agree that we're going to have to make a formal complaint with HR.
Yes.
Because our new executive producer is trying, and I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or not, but we're not going to let him get away with it. He's trying to put together like an agenda for the show.
He gave us talking points.
I don't know. I don't know if we could work under these conditions.
Well, what happens is then you're like, well, I think I have to hit on those. We might have anyway, but now that they're there, someone else might be suspended next.
No, we like to tease. We like to tease. So we know it's not an agenda talking points, but Tom's just reminding us because we're very forgetful because you celebrated a very special day. My special day was many, many years ago, but you special, since we're both, I don't want to say it. If you could say it, can I say how old
you're?
Yeah. We're both, you hit the 40 plateau.
We're in the 40 club.
Our executive producer now, Tom, knows that you are a much older guy now. I am already very forgetful. And you might be a little bit more forgetful now that you're a little bit older.
A little bit older. It's amazing that the forgetfulness just like that.
Yeah.
Almost like I said earlier, I rolled out of bed, I threw a hat on, which is why I had to go to makeup.
Yep.
And if I'm lucky I managed to get dressed today.
Good. Well, happy 40th birthday
to
the good guy that knows.
It was a busy weekend. And I can actually formally say, a huge thank you to my wife Amanda and our families for putting together quite a surprise birthday party, which was I knew something was up. I didn't know what, and I didn't think it was exactly what was going to be happening, but it was pretty awesome.
Oh, awesome, good.
And as being 40, I'm still trying to get my bearings 4 days later.
That happens.
Yeah.
That happens, yes. I was there many years ago.
Yeah. Just excited. So. There's a lot of people there. It was tiring.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's all that it was.
So
yes, good. But happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's a nice milestone. a nice milestone.
That's when you celebrate.
Yep. So we have some things to talk about.
Okay.
So let's do that. So our first thing to talk about, I think, which we should talk about the most and lead off the show with, is football. Because they are getting their official season underway this Sunday when they travel out to Ohio to play Iowa Central Community College. And I did happen to see the NJCAA rankings came out yesterday. We are currently 9th preseason, and I believe ICCC is 12, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But they are ranked in the top 15. So it's going to be a nice week one battle of, top 15 squads.
It's what Coach Duda wanted to do a couple years ago when we were able to start expanding the teams that we play with Snow and ASA Miami. Georgia Military has always been on our schedule, but Iowa Central, Iowa Western, those Iowa schools and even the Jayhawk Conference and Mississippi State, getting them on our schedule and being able to compete with those teams gives you, I think, so much more credibility that we already know we deserve, but now we get to be able to go out and just
even speaking of the ranks, because you mentioned some others, we've added Snow to the schedule. They are number 2 preseason. Georgia Military, I don't know where they're at, but I know they're in the top 15.
Right.
And I believe Monroe, who's also on our schedule, was the only other school receiving votes. So
nice.
we have a nice, hefty schedule. And as we know, when we went through, the national championship appearance, who you play in the NJCAA level is very important where you find yourself in the ranking. So I'm glad to see that our strength of schedule is pretty good.
Yeah, and I think it's because of that strength of schedule. I mean, no one played last year. The Mississippi schools did. So based on that strength of schedule, and then the year in and year out contenders, having them on your schedule, I think, no one really knows who has what. But I know that our scrimmages went very well. Prepare them to get on the road to head out to play Iowa Central.
And I know I mentioned that with Eric, is that they are healthy. Even talking with Coach Bardini just yesterday, no major injuries. I don't like to knock on wood, but no major injuries, so they are a full go. You can tell that the switch has really clicked on the guys. Camp ended Saturday. Yesterday was the first day back in the weight room since camp ended. It's game week. They were dialed in, they were focused. We had a really, really good session in the weight room. So they are excited to play real football.
It's been more than a month, but they've been here for a month. Yeah. And practice and scrimmages, it starts to get wearing.
It does.
But then all of a sudden, like you said, that switch flips game week.
Yeah.
We know they're going to be on a national stage this week. I think there's not very many ranked teams playing each other in week one, so that's awesome to.
And that would be
hear.
a good win. And then for all the Falcon football fans who are interested that are not going to make it out to Ohio,
Indiana.
I keep saying Indiana. I keep saying Ohio. Why is Ohio on my?
I don't know. Are we supposed to be going to Ohio? No, it's Indiana.
It's Indiana.
Neutral site.
It's a neutral site in Indiana, Ohio. They're all. It's mid. When
Anything
they travel out Midwest,
State College, Pennsylvania, it's all the same.
However, whoever is not going to make the long trip
to Indiana
can catch the action on the LC Fan Network, because Tom will be playing play-by-play. I will be doing color commentary.
And then Dr.
Larson, the big guy, is going to be actually out there in Indiana broadcasting
the game.
Yep.
How about that?
Unbelievable.
The things that we could do at Lackawanna College.
Yep.
We are traveling to do live streams so that all of our Falcon fans can catch some of the action.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And I know we have another test run on the way, but we've already had one.
Yep.
And even the first test run, flawless.
Yep.
I was able to be a part of it. I was part of the beta group.
Awesome.
And I'm looking forward to the one that's going to take place, I'm going to assume, on Friday morning. Or maybe Thursday.
Okay.
Maybe Wednesday.
Who knows?
But it's going to be before Saturday.
It's going to be a happen again. But even for anyone out there in Iowa, who wants to catch a game, hop on YouTube, search Lackawanna Falcon Athletics, or get on our website LackawannaFalconAthletics.com, and find the link to the game. Or I'm sure it'll be shared on our social media pages. But just to let any ICCC fans know that I am a homer, and my color commentary will be biased towards Lackawanna
and that's how it's
College.
Supposed to be, because you are the voice of
So I'm
the
sure
Falcons.
we'll turn off all the comments on YouTube and say, just so we don't hear it's like there's two teams playing, because we'll talk a little bit ICCC as much as we give the guys, but we are gonna talk our guys up as best as we can, because we're hoping, like we always want our guys to get out there. So as much information we give out to Division I college coaches
Absolutely.
and four-year schools, we're going to supply that information for them, so they can get the best of our guys.
And I'm telling you, if we notice the extreme subscription, subscribe to the LC fan, maybe Iowa Central fans will get a little bit more love if we start to see our subscriptions going up, because we know where it's coming from. So Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, exactly. So that's where we're at with football. So the best of luck to our football guys. Travel safely out to Indiana.
Yes.
For their game on Sunday. Yes, and no excuses, because Monday is Labor Day, so you can't say I can't watch the game, I got work tomorrow.
Right.
So
tailgate. Hopefully nice weather.
Beautiful.
Rain will be gone.
Yep.
Tailgate.
So safe travels to our football guys. Best of luck in come home with the W.
Looking forward to starting the season.
Our women's soccer team got a little bit of scrimmage game action on Friday. Coach Tweedy's debut. I talked to her before. She said she was very, very, very nervous. And I said, it'll be fine. And it was fine.
It was fine. I talked to her on the phone, because it's the first scrimmage and the first game of your college coaching career, and everybody I know that's coached here, there's always something that comes up.
Yep.
And there was, and we got taken care of because that's what we do. We fix things.
Yep.
And next thing you know, my next message to her a couple hours later was, how did it go? And I knew she was nervous because that's just her. But a 4-0 victory is huge. And she said that she knows that the girls were excited. I think having such a deep roster, having more players,
it allows them. She has a couple girls banged up, but in the past, if you have girls banged up, you're not playing or you're playing with 7. Because I remember there are times we played with 7.
That's the minimum that you can have on the field, and to get through. And Middlesex is, traditionally a pretty they're a good program. I mean, it's New Jersey soccer is very good. So it was great to see and hear about the success.
Yeah, so. And I want to say I did my part a little bit, even to help with Coach Tweedy's nervousness, because I went to the first 30 minutes, and then it was delayed for a little bit, and she had a hard time figuring out how to work the scoreboard and the clock. I didn't know how to do it, but we figured it out. And I was able to give a tutorial to one of our players, so that was less stress Coach Tweedy had to worry about, is that we were able to figure out how to work the scoreboard. And Tom even chipped in a little bit too.
Oh, everybody was there except this guy.
All hands on board.
Well, I was suspended still.
You were suspended, so you were locked up in the basement and behind wherever
the keys were thrown away.
Yes.
And I wasn't allowed
People
to be
sliding meals to you between under the bars and stuff too.
Yeah.
So you made it. But so I'm looking forward, especially since I'm working with the soccer girls, I'm looking forward to getting out to a lot of soccers. But that's as far as game action we're at. Let's take a little break.
Sounds good.
Because it's in my contract that I just can't do a full show without stopping.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And we have to show that Lackawanna commercial.
Oh, we do.
And that music in the Lackawanna commercial is very inspiring. It fires me up every time I hear it. It does. I'm not just saying that, but it does.
The thing that the background that you would hear for a strong sport documentary bidding, or the movie preview.
Yeah.
There once was a time, right? And then that's it.
And I just, every time I hear, I want to just get up and I just want to start.
Yeah. So let's start doing it now.
Yeah. So all right. Watch this beautiful Lackawanna College commercial. Get yourself fired up. We'll be back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
At Lackawanna College, we never said we could change the world, but we believe our graduates can. That's why we offer programs in healthcare fields like ultrasound technology. Our graduates play a vital role in modern healthcare, using diagnostic technology to help improve the lives of their patients, making a difference in people's lives. That's what changing the world is all about, and it all starts at Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey, Falcon Nation, back here on the Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons, Mike Ricker, good guy to know, Danny Berg. Wrapping up the show, we just want to give a shout out to all of our other athletic teams that are all moved in and on campus.
Everybody's here.
Everyone's here. Classes started on Monday.
Dorms are filled.
Weight room sessions have started. Practices have, fall practices have started. So we are full go.
And even the sports that aren't in their traditional season are started.
Yep.
So everything's a go. Softball's got some action.
Yep, I know softball has been in the weight room already with me, and they were on the field, last night, practicing, and they already have games scheduled for this upcoming weekend. So,
all right.
They're busy. They're going. Basketball is. I know Coach Joya is. She asked me to referee, to be an official for inter-squad scrimmages.
Ooh.
I said, sure, as long as I get to wear the stripes.
Wearing the stripes, so you're bringing a guest referee with you?
I'm not going to, because we were just afraid of any kind of conflict that may cause with us going down the road. But if she thinks that one special guest referee is terrible, just wait until you get a load of me.
It's nice to see, because I think if you were both that might be the wrestling event of the day.
Has anyone ever been teed up in a scrimmage before? That's the question.
But I think they're going to.
We might have to throw out a tee or two just to send a message.
I think we start off with an assistant coach, maybe. I could see Colleen Walsh, the pride of Carbondale. Boom.
I think we're gonna tip the ball off. I'm going to blow the whistle. I'm going to turn over to the bench and go like this. And I'm just going to say, that's because I just know you're going to say something eventually. So we're just getting
out of the way.
Sit down. You can't move now.
When it doesn't really have a true impact on the game.
Yes.
I like it. They should do that all the time. Just one for the book. Put it up.
That's it.
Yep,
you're on the list.
I love it.
So we'll see how that goes. But best of luck to all of our athletes, those that'll be in men's soccer's in season. Wrestling is getting ready to move.
Yeah.
Baseball's here. So it's,
It's exciting. On my way in this morning, coming up Vine Street, it was nice there was just a lot of action.
Yeah.
It was, before the 8 a.m. classes, you see it with their backpacks on, professors running.
It's been 2 years since we've seen that.
It's really nice. Yep. I didn't mind having people just making me wait at the light a little bit longer. It really was a good feeling, and it's what's
nice
awesome about being here.
It's nice to see. So it's exciting. So again, best of luck to our football team as they're our first fall sport to officially get underway. So let's 1-0.
That's what come back.
1-0. Come back from Indiana 1-0.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking forward to the broadcast with you and Touchdown
I'm excited
Town.
too. It'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be
exciting.
fun.
So make sure you tune in. But again, all of our updates, schedules, Media Day information that's coming out, because we did have Media Day for all of our sports.
You had a lot of Media Days.
So, a lot of stuff is going to be, pushed out on our LC Fan Network. So, check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LackawannaFalcons.com, and then for all your esports information,
Twitch.
They're going to get rolling too. So I know that Coach Delaney has a bunch of new esport athletes in. So
he does.
Kudos,
He's got a nice
kudos
big
to
roster,
everyone. So it's beautiful, nice having you back.
Hey.
Good.
The
you
nerves
breathe
are,
now.
Yeah,
You're good.
Yeah,
You're back.
Shaking off the nerves. I got to be careful. Good. Hopefully, all this is working. So
yes,
right. Yep. Cords in the right spot. Lapel.
Good.
Suspension lifted.
So from Falcon Studio here in the Student Union, voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, the co-host, the good guy to know, Danny Berg says goodbye, and we'll see you next week. Take flight, Falcons.